Hi class, it's Miss Miller here, and today what I'd like to do is talk with you about how to extend the sentence by using either the describer group and or the renamer group. And the two of these actually we've used before when we extended the subject and we placed the groups directly after the subject and right before the verb. In this case, we're going to actually put it at the end or the beginning of the sentence. So let's take a look at the applicable rules as it pertains to extending the sentence using either a renamer or a describer group. Here are three rules. One is these groups need to be separated by a comma. And so what that means is you have your phrase and then you go on to connect the rest of the sentence. You do that by including a comma before or after the phrase, depending on where it falls in the sentence. And number two is it always begins with an adjective, at least for the describer group. And it's followed by a group of words. And this part applies to both. So the describer group, you need to begin with an adjective. However, when you have the renamer group, you have a group of words that sort of work together collectively to form a phrase. And the final rule is it's either placed at the beginning of the sentence or the end, or you can actually put them in both places or positions in a sentence. So let's take a look at how to put this theory to practice. Here are some describer groups. We're going to begin with the describer groups, and here are a few of them. I'm grateful for the financial contribution. Keep in mind again, this is a phrase, okay? And grateful is actually an adjective. It begins with an adjective, and then we follow it with for the financial contribution is a whole phrase, and this is the describer group. Anxious, again, is another adjective. It's a describer. And to begin building the facility, that entire group of words makes up this describer group. And nervous about the process, and this is another group. And again, they all begin with an adjective or a descriptive word. Here, if you look to see what they look like in the context of a sentence, would be grateful for the financial contribution, comma, the donation recipients kept their promise to build a facility. So if you notice in the first sentence, it says the donation recipient, which is the subject, kept their promise to build a new facility, which is the sort of predicate or the verb phrase in this sentence. And grateful for the financial contribution is at the very beginning. This is a describer group at the beginning. If you look at the bottom sentence, you'll notice that we put the same phrase, but at the end of the sentence. You can see what it looks like, and it's connected by the comma. So the donation recipient kept their promise to build a new facility, comma, grateful for the financial contribution. Now, depending on your style, you may want to put this at the beginning or the end of your sentence, and maybe if you use the describer group in a sentence prior to this one, maybe you put it at the beginning, so now you want to put it at the end. In yellow, I have the formula for this in case you're interested, which is the describer group, at least for the first one, followed by a comma, the who or what, plus the action group. So this is what it looks like all together. Let's take a look at the sample renamer, and actually we have this image of this athlete here who's covering up the ER, but the pitcher approached the mound. That's our sentence, and now we want to rename this pitcher, and he happens to also be known for a stocky athlete with molded cleats. Now, you probably recall this renamer when we used to say the pitcher, a stocky athlete with molded cleats, approached the mound. So there's a couple of ways you can do it, but in this video we're putting the renamer at the end of the sentence. And a lot of times when you have several extensions on the subject, we might put it at the end instead. So the pitcher approached a mound, a stocky athlete with molded cleats. Now here is where it goes in reverse. A stocky athlete with molded cleats, comma, the pitcher approached the mound. To me, it sounds better in the first sentence, but either way is actually grammatically correct. And the formula for this is the renamer group plus the who or what plus the action group. Let's look at the renamer and describer combo when we put the two together. So we have the graduating class is the actual subject in the sentence, took to the stage is the action group. And then we have the high school seniors. This is how we rename this graduating class. It's a group of words, the high school seniors. And then we have the describer group. Ready is the description, but ready to accept their diplomas is the entire phrase collectively that works together to expand this entire sentence. Keep in mind that the sentence can completely function with just the graduating class took to the stage, period. That's how it could work. But we wanted to rename the graduating class, so we referred to them also as the high school seniors. And we also wanted to describe them, which is ready to accept their diplomas. So the formula is the who or what plus the action group plus the renamer. Remember, there are commas to separate the two or make the connection, and the describer group. So I really hope that you found all of this helpful and you have chances to practice this and really build your skills in terms of writing. It goes a long way.